Hi guys, so earlier today Joe, Josh, Jada and I had the opportunity to meet with these two beautiful actors. This is Mr. Boris Kojo. For those of you who don't know, he is a fantastic actor here in America. He's German born, and this is his beautiful wife Nicole Ari Parker Kojo. And they had a meet and greet because they have a talk show that's on TV here in America. It's on national TV. It's on Fox for Me, Channel 11. It comes on at 1 o'clock here in California. If you're in some other state, please check your local listings to see when they come on. Check their Facebook too, okay? So they had a meet and greet and we went to go meet them. And they were as beautiful in person as they are on TV. That's physically on the outside and also on the inside. They were just wonderful. And I know that they probably have to be nice when they're doing these meet and greets to try to promote the show, right? But you can tell fake nice. And I think they were just genuine and beautiful and kind. And I asked them if I could vlog and show you guys who they are and that we met them. And that you guys can go take a look at their show because they only have 6 weeks to prove themselves. The show is going to be on all through July. And if they get good ratings, then the show will be picked up and then it will be a permanent show. Of course, you guys know, in the future, if their show gets picked up on TV, I would love to be a guest on their show, like a cooking guest for the cooking show, right? So if you guys go check them out at their Facebook, just tell them that Barbara at the Bear Pantry Show sent you, and go check out their show on TV, okay? Thanks a lot, guys.
You're watching Bear Pantry Show.
I've been wanting to do this recipe for quite some time, but I kept putting it off because I knew that it was going to be tedious. Rainbow cake. Now, I did this recipe twice in 2 days because the first time around it was kind of disastrous. So I'm going to edit a little bit differently in order to show you guys both days. Right here, this is day 1, and I'm just beating 5 egg whites to stiff peaks. And then now I'm working on the butter and the sugar, and I have this recipe at my blog already for you guys to go check out. So all I'm doing is creaming the butter and the sugar. I'm making one recipe right here, okay? Now I'm adding the 5 egg yolks, and then just set this aside so that I can go ahead and add the flour and the baking powder. And I never add salt to my cakes because the butter that I use is always salted. Now this is what I do next when I'm doing this type of cake. I add the dry and then the wet a little bit at a time, and I usually split them in like thirds. Now I'm folding in the egg whites right here. And the reason that you separate the white from the yolk is because you want the cake a little bit more fluffy. So see, this batter is ready, and this is one batter, and I'm going to squeeze 4 cakes out of this one batter. And I'm using red, yellow, blue, and green from the die kit right now to get the first 4 colors of the rainbow. And this is the first problem that I ran into, guys. I only have 3 cake tins that are the same size for layered cake. And so I can only bake 3 cakes at a time. So I'm going to have to set the 4th batter aside, which is going to be the green one. So into the oven they go. At least they only bake for 30 minutes. See, the skewer comes out clean. And so pretty much the first 3 are done. You guys noticed I've been using parchment paper on my cakes lately. And this is the reason, because I love the way the cakes look after I peel the parchment paper off. Okay, so now I have to work on that green cake. This is the batter that was just sitting there on the counter, and into the oven that goes, and then see, they're all ready. Now I made a second set of batter, and I've invited Louis to come help me mix the other 3 colors of the rainbow because he loves all these colorful things. We're going to do the orange first. And this is red and yellow of equal parts. Make this vibrant, beautiful orange. By the way, I only have 2 cups of batter in each of the bowl, and I've set some of the batter aside because I don't want some of the cakes to be too fat. This is the indigo, and it's more blue than red, so I would say 2/3 blue and 1/3 red. This is the violet, and it's part for part. And pretty much we have all 7 colors of the rainbow. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pour it into my 3 tins. If you notice, I've been baking all day long because I had to bake it in stride, you know what I mean? And so anyways, now I'm going to layer my cakes to make my beautiful rainbow, and I'm using buttercream frosting that I have at my blog already, and you guys can check out the link for that. We start off with the violet layer and then the indigo and then now the blue, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but problems are already starting to crop up because the cakes are becoming lopsided, and I already know what I'm doing wrong, but I was already on a roll that I wasn't going to quit. So yellow, orange, and then red for the colors of the rainbow. The green is in there after the blue, okay? And so then we put some yellow dye in the white buttercream frosting, and Lewis is just having a ball with this because he just kind of really likes anything that's messy to do. You know how men are. And so anyways, the buttercream frosting is not clinging to the side of the cake. I mean, this is just, I was kind of getting disappointed, but I'm like, you know what? Have fun. We're putting some M&Ms. I don't know why we separated them at first because we just kind of tossed them up there. See, 7 layers. Beautiful. And I think that's what we were trying to achieve, 7 layers. So I decided the next day, redo. I can't stand to present something that's not good enough for you guys. So I went out and bought some plastic tubs and 3 more tins. And you know, they come in one box for like $10 at Walmart with a little thing to make the checkers. So now I have 6 cakes that I'm going to do. I'm not going to do 7 colors of the rainbow anymore. So here's the butter, and it's a double recipe. So it's like 2 1/4 cups of butter. And this is 4 2/3 cups of sugar. And then of course it's going to be 10 eggs because, you know, one of my batters uses 5 eggs. And then 5 cups of all-purpose flour, and you can sift it or not. And then 2 tablespoons of baking powder, some pineapple extract, and 2 tins of evaporated milk. And again, we start off the same way that we made the cake, except it's a double batter. And we're just going to use the hand mixer to beat the butter and the sugar together until it's creamy. I go like 5 to 8 minutes. Then add the eggs one at a time, all 10 of them. And see, it's kind of getting thick there. And then now I'm adding the dry, and then put in my extract. If I don't put the extract at this point, I'll forget it. So then just a little bit at a time, and I would say in thirds, but not really because this is a lot. So I just went like 1 cup at a time with the dry, and then a little bit of the milk. And now I have all my batter, and I've squeezed out 2 cups in each thing. And then now I have this little bit, so I use my 1/4 cup to just share it evenly. I've mixed all my colors. And then I mixed the orange the way I showed you guys part for part, but I'm not going to do indigo. And for violet, I'm just going to use this purple that I got in another dye kit. And now into the oven, they go all at once, 6 of them. So this is a lot less work, right? And then when they're cooled down, use something that's smaller than the cake and kind of trim it because you want to get the hard edges off so that it will cling, the frosting will cling to it. So I have a cake trimming thing. Joe's using a knife to help me level this cake because I really want this to come out beautiful for you guys. Using the leftover buttercream frosting for the middle. And then I have my 6 layers. And then I crumb coat it, which is just put some buttercream frosting on it and then stick it in the fridge for like an hour. Save your scraps because that's going to be our topping. And now it's like an hour or so later, so I'm just going to go ahead and frost it the best I can. You guys know I suck at frosting cakes. And if you want to see beautiful cakes decorated and learn, go to my sister's channel, My Life on the Hill. I'll put a link or something. Her name is Tracy. Tell her I sent you. And so here's the crumbs on the top to make it look like confetti because the M&Ms was just a little bit overkill. The cake's already sweet, you know? So cut out my first slice, and of course, you know, this is not a serving piece by any means. I just wanted to cut it really big for you guys to see the inside. And I am so tickled and pleased with this. I'm so glad that I redid it because I always want to present something nice for you guys. Alright guys, so I'm glad that I was able to edit the video to where I could show you both cakes. The one that we did crappy and the one that we perfected, alright? I hope you guys try this. It takes a lot of time, so bring somebody into the kitchen with you to have some fun, alright? This cake, of course, tastes fantastic. The first one that we did around when it was collapsing and stuff still tasted good. It just wasn't pretty to look at. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching the show. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and please share it with your friends and family for me. And until I see you guys again, take care.
Good. That's the orange?
Is that what we're doing?
I'm going color by color so they know.
Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels, the Product Review channel, my family vlogs, and Joe's channel. You can find all the links in the description box below.